Hello everyone, welcome to EduTap and welcome to ARD Current Affairs series. Students, as promised, after completing your ARD static part, we have come up with ARD Current Affairs series. So students, इस series में हम क्या करने वाले हैं? So basically, we will be covering the news through a question. Okay, first we will discuss a question and then we will try to cover that news. Now, I know that current affair is a थोड़ा scary part for students because बहुत सारे लोगों को बहुत सारे बच्चों को डर लगता है करंट अफेयर से because we have to refer to the newspaper, we have to refer to the reports, we have to collect the data, compile it and then memorize it. It is a lot of effort, right? So to save your time, to save your effort, students, we have come up with this series and I hope ये 15-20 मिनट की वीडियो होगी कुछ and we will try to cover through this video we will try to cover your ARD current affair part. Okay, so students, I'll not promise that 100% हम आपकी ARD current affair की तैयारी करवा देंगे, but we will try to cover maximum at our end. Okay, and so students, we will be covering a month in 2 parts. So basically today in this video I will be covering your March 2023 and this is the part 1. Okay, so let's start, and before starting video I would request you all, if you are new to here, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, and also for downloading the PDF of this lecture you can join us or us on our Telegram channel. Okay, so let's start with the very first question, that is, recently which of the following institution has organized Indian Seed Congress for providing a platform for the seed industry to interact closely with technology developers, sector development officials and policy makers? So basically student, one of these institution has organized a Indian Seed Congress and this question is asking you कि कौन सी institution है. Options are National Seeds Corporation, Indian Society of Seed Technology, National Seed Organization of India, National Seed Program, then National Seed Association of India. Students, if you know the answer, well and good, but the right answer for this question is National Seed Association of India. Okay, चलो फिर अब देख लेते हैं न्यूज़ क्या थी. So basically student, ISC, that is Indian Seed Congress, was organized by your NSAI. NSAI we have discussed, National Seed Association of India. ठीक है, this institution has organized this Seed Congress. And what is this ISC? Basically it is the NSAI annual flagship event. Now अब इस annual flagship event का मतलब क्या हुआ? So basically student, a flagship event is such event, ठीक है, a group, this NSAI, ठीक है, आपका जो NSAI है, they have organized few events and this Indian Seed Congress was one of the important, that is why it is called as flagship event. ठीक है, this was one of the important event of this NSAIs. Okay, now अब इस को inaugurate किसने किया था? So basically it was inaugurated by Union Minister and it was a 2-day Indian Seed Congress. ठीक है, and it was organized by, as we have already discussed, that who has organized this congress, it was organized by your National Seed Association of India. Okay, this was organized by your National Seed Association of India, that is NSAI, and where it was organized? In New Delhi. Students, see किसने ऑर्गेनाइज की थी और कहाँ ऑर्गेनाइज हुई थी? दीज टू आर वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चन, यू मस्ट रिमेंबर. ठीक है, क्योंकि क्वेश्चंस आर डायरेक्टली आस्क्ड फ्रॉम हियर दैट वेयर दिस इंडियन सीड कांग्रेस वाज हेल्ड और हु हैज ऑर्गेनाइज दिस इंडियन सीड कांग्रेस. ठीक है, तो ये आपको पता होना चाहिए. And now the question arises, why was it organized? What was the need for organizing such congress? So basically students, this congress was organized to provide a platform for seed industry to interact closely with technology developers, sector development officials and policy maker. Okay, so that was the reason of this for organizing this Indian Seed Congress. ठीक है, समझ आ गया? I hope this is clear to you. You must remember who has organized. NSAI has organized where? At New Delhi. Okay, now let's move on to the next question, which is, according to recently released data by Ministry of Commerce, Consumer Affairs, Food and Public Distribution, for the Kharif production of current KMS 2022-23, a quantity of about dash LMT paddy has been estimated to be procured. Okay, LMT is basically lakh metric ton. Your options are 789, 766, 678, 670 or 765, and right answer for this question students is 766. Okay, this much amount of paddy was procured at KMS 2022-23. Okay, Now let us discuss this news in detail. So basically student, this ministry which is your Ministry of Consumer Affairs, Food and Public Distribution, पहले मैं आपको इस मिनिस्ट्री के बारे में बताती हूँ. So this ministry is basically responsible for the procurement and distribution of agriculture produce. ठीक है, this ministry is responsible for ensuring the food security in our country. So basically ये वो ministry है that procure the food grains. Okay, so for procurement of kharif market season KMS 2022-23, okay, kharif crop के लिए they have released some data, and according to that data 1 crore farmers has been benefited from this procurement. ठीक है, and कितना procurement हुआ था? So basically for kharif crop about 766 lakh metric ton of paddy was procured and 614 lakh metric ton rice was procured. नाउ अब आप कंफ्यूज हो गए मैम, पैडी ज़्यादा क्यों है, राइस कम क्यों है? सो बेसिकली स्टूडेंट, पैडी इज योर राइस प्लस योर हस्क. ओके, पैडी में आपका हस्क भी आ जाता है तो इसलिए इसका वेट ज़्यादा होता है. ठीक है, एंड राइस इज जस्ट पैडी विदाउट हस्क, सो इसका वेट कम होता है. सो दैट इज वाई द टू डेटा हैज़ बिन गिवन फॉर पैडी एंड राइस. फॉर पैडी इट इज 766 फॉर खरीफ क्रॉप and 514 for your rice. Okay, 514 metric ton was for rice. Okay, then your rabi crop. Now you must be saying ma'am it is a kharif crop, then ये rabi crop का क्यों data दिया गया है? So basically student, your rice is being grown as kharif as well as rabi crop, so that is why जो rabi crop का procurement है that was around 158 lakh metric ton for paddy and 106 lakh metric ton for rice. Okay, this was the estimation which has been procured. So I hope now ये आपको clear हो गया होगा. Students, you must remember this data because this is very important. Question can be directly asked from there कि कितना procured हुआ था. ठीक है? Now moving on to the next question which says, recently which of the following state has become first to organize mulethi cultivation? Your options are Uttar Pradesh, Himachal Pradesh, Uttarakhand, Andhra Pradesh, all of the above. And student, right answer for this question is your Himachal Pradesh. ठीक है? Now let us discuss what was the news. So students, basically see mulethi एक ऐसा crop है. Mulethi is a crop which is which has very importance in Ayurveda. Okay, not only it is used as a spices but also it is used as a medicine in Ayurveda. Now this mulethi, this is being the cultivation of mulethi is very less in India to meet the demand. So basically for meeting the demand, for increasing the cultivation of mulethi, Himachal Pradesh has taken a step and they have become the first state in India to organize this cultivation of mulethi. ठीक है, समझ आ गया? बिकॉज ये क्यों ऑर्गेनाइज करें? ड्यू टू हाई डिमांड ऑफ दिस मुलेठी. ओके, presently your this mulethi is being imported from other country. Okay, and India do not have enough production of mulethi to meet its demand. So that is why Himachal Pradesh has taken a step and they have organized the cultivation of this mulethi. And for this, your Council of Scientific and Industrial Research, Institute of Himalayan Bioresource Technology, what they have done, they have distributed the planting material of this mulethi to the farmers so that farmers can go and cultivate this mulethi. Okay, so you have to remember the name of the state to organize this mulethi cultivation. ठीक है? Now let me tell you something about this mulethi. See, अगर ये चीज़ mulethi is in news, तो it can be asked in your static part also. See, it can be asked that what is the licorice. Okay, mulethi is commonly known as licorice. ठीक है, what is the common name of mulethi can be asked, or it can be asked that what is the scientific name, that is Glycyrrhiza glabra. Okay, this is the scientific name of your mulethi. So basically student, your mulethi, the roots of mulethi are very sweet in taste. Okay, due to presence of this glycyrrhizin, they are sweet in taste. Okay, and also in Ayurveda this mulethi has been used as medicine and is known as yashthi madhu. So students, these are the additional information for you because this crop is in the news. It can be asked in your exam, that is why I have added it here. Okay, but for this you have to remember that Himachal Pradesh is the first state in India to organize this mulethi cultivation. Got it? Now moving on to the next question which says, according to the data released by Ministry of Agriculture and Farmer Welfare, present cultivation area under dragon fruit is 3000 hectare. Okay, what will be the area under cultivation in 5 year under MIDH scheme as per the data? Options are 55,000, 65,000, 57,000, 50,000, none of the above. And right answer for this question is student 50,000. Okay. Now let us discuss the news. So basically student, आपने dragon fruit तो देखा ही होगा, because this dragon fruit is gaining a lot of interest. Farmers are very interested in growing this dragon fruit because it fetch a good price. This is a very exotic fruit which has been introduced in India, and farmers are interested in growing this because of the cost, because of the importance, because of the liking of the people it is getting. So basically, for that, the Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare, okay, this ministry has they had released the data. And present area under dragon fruit, okay, our country's present area under dragon fruit is 3,000 hectare, okay. और जो ये एरिया है 3,000 हेक्टेयर, दिस इज लेस टू मीट आर कंट्री डिमांड. ओके, सो द मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ एग्रीकल्चर एंड फार्मर वेलफेयर हैज रिलीज द डेटा एंड दे आर एक्सपेक्टिंग टू इंक्रीज दिस एरिया अप टू 50,000. ओके, so according to this ministry, they are expecting the increase in area of this dragon fruit cultivation up to 50,000. okay, and also they have approved the center of excellence of this dragon fruit. okay, अब क्या ज़रूरत है इसको approve करने की, why it is needed? So basically this center of excellence will be responsible for developing new technologies, okay, so that we can grow off season dragon fruit also. okay, we can see the post harvest, we can minimize the post harvest losses. So for all those, for looking after all those things, this government has approved center of excellence for dragon fruit. okay, now what is this dragon fruit? Basically students, this is also important as it is in news. You must know that it is also known as kamalam fruit, and important thing, it is known as wondrous fruit of your 21st century. ठीक है, ये याद होना चाहिए कि it is also known as wondrous fruit of 21st century. This can be asked in your exam. And also under according to Ministry of Agriculture and Farmer Welfare, the area is expected to increase by up to 50,000 hectare. okay, now moving on to the next question, which says, recently government has given approval to which of the following fertilizer in the market introduced by IFFCO cooperative organization? Your options are nano MOP, nano DAP, urea, all of the above, none of the above. okay, students, see here we know that nano urea is already in the market. okay, अब कौन सा ऐसा fertilizer है जिसको approval मिल गया है? So the right answer for this question is nano DAP. okay, you must know that nano DAP has been given approval by the government. okay, now let us discuss the news. So basically student, IFFCO, which is your Indian Farmers Fertilizer Cooperative Limited, okay, they are about to launch their nano DAP. We know that nano urea is already in the market. okay, they are about to launch nano DAP, and government has approved. okay, government have approved the launch of this nano DAP fertilizer in the market, which is produced by your IFFCO cooperative organization. ठीक है. Now students, see nano fertilizer को इतनी importance क्यों मिल रही है? Basically due to their high efficiency, okay, due to their cost effectiveness, due to their least damage to the environment. That is why this nano fertilizer are gaining more interest, and government are trying to promote this nano fertilizer. ठीक है, because इसके बहुत सारे environment benefits भी हैं, and they are economic and effective also. Now let's see why I'm saying that it is economic. See basically your one bottle of nano DAP will cost 600 rupee per bottle, okay, which is the 500 ml bottle, and your one bag of DAP is around 1350 rupees, and they are equivalent. okay, मतलब जितनी आपको एक बैग DAP की जरूरत होती है जहाँ पे, उतना ही आपका एक बॉटल नैनो DAP से काम हो जाएगा. ठीक है, and you can see there is a remarkable difference in price of both. okay, so इसीलिए that is why our government is trying to promote this nano fertilizer due to their high efficiency. okay, and student, there is an additional news for you that in June 2021 IFFCO has launched nano urea. okay, though there is no government subsidy on this nano urea, but it is sold as at rupees 240 per bottle, which is less as compared to the cost of a bag of urea. okay, so this is the additional news for you, and the main news was that government has given approval to the nano DAP. ठीक है, now moving on to the Next question which says, recently in which of the following plays the 36th anniversary of Spice Board India was celebrated? Your options are Bangalore, Maharashtra, Tamil Nadu, Kochi, Kerala, none of the above. So students, a 36th anniversary of Spice Board was celebrated and it was celebrated at your Kochi, Kerala. ठीक है? Now let us discuss it in brief. So basically, 36th anniversary of Spice Board was celebrated at Kochi, Kerala. ठीक है. Now students, your Spice Board has also organized a campaign, ठीक है, naming clean and safe spices, which is covering 20 states and UTs. See students, India is known as bowl of spices, ठीक है. So to promote the awareness among farmers about the clean and safe spices, ठीक है, so that the quality of spices remain the same, to promote the awareness about the quality spices, okay, this Spice Board has organized a nationwide campaign which is known as clean and safe spices, and it is covering your 20 plus states and UTs, ठीक है. So for exam you must remember where was the 36th anniversary celebrated at Kochi, Kerala, and the name of the campaign, that is clean and safe spices. ठीक है. Now student, telling something about Spice Board. So basically your Spice Board was established at Spice Board Act 1986. It is established by your Spice Board Act 1986 and the headquarter is at Kochi, Kerala. Now see, headquarter Kochi, Kerala mein hai, so basically that is why the anniversary was celebrated at Kochi, Kerala. Why we are covering? Because see, this board is very important. This Spice Board is one of the very important body, as it is the international link between the Indian exporter and importer. ठीक है. So basically it is forming an international link of our spice export and import. So that is why this bodies become very important and also can be asked in your exams. Okay. Now moving on to the next question, which says, recently the Ministry of Commerce and Industry has released the data related to tea industry in India of 2022 and 23, according to which India is the largest consumer of black tea. What is the percentage of black tea consumption in India of the total world tea consumption? Now you have to tell the percentage of black tea consumption of India. ठीक है. Your options are 20%, 18%, 17%, 16% or 15%. Students, right answer for this question is 18%. Okay, so basically 18, there is a okay, we will discuss this later. So now let us discuss this news. This Ministry of Commerce and Industry, they has released the data about the tea industry of our country. Okay, and according to that data, we are second largest in tea producer. Okay students, see, we are second largest tea producer with our this much of production. ठीक है. And in black tea producer, in terms of black tea producer, we are first. Not only producer but also consumer, we are first. Total tea production में हम second rank में हैं, and in terms of your black tea producer and consumer, we are ranking 1. ठीक है. And the percentage is 18%. Okay, we are the highest consumer of black tea, comprising of 18% of total world tea consumers. Okay, and in export of tea, we are 4th. Okay, worldwide for the export of tea, we are 4th. See, as we are higher consumer also, so export ke liye obviously kam hoga. So that is why you can relate this thing. And we are first in consumer and producer of black tea, and overall tea में हम second हैं, and export में we are 4th. Okay. Now student, this tea industry, this data also suggested that tea industry is is giving direct employment to 1.16 million workers. See student, this is a very huge number, and this is a very important data also. Your tea industry is responsible of giving employment to 1.16 million workers. Okay, and the small tea growers, the contribution of your small tea growers to the total tea production of our country is 52%. Okay, this is also very important. Now students, additional news for you is that Tea Board has suggested a further amendment in tea development and promotion schemes. Okay, to promote the tea industry of our country, they have suggested tea development and promotion scheme 2021-26. Okay, so that was the news students. And moving on to the next question, which says, recently as part of International Year of Millets 2023, APEDA has been tasked with promoting Indian millet internationally. For how many major millet importing countries APEDA has published e-catalog? Okay, options are 30, 32, 34, 35, 37, and right answer is 30. Now what is the news? Let us discuss. So basically, student, here APEDA is entrusted for to promote Indian millets in international market. Okay, they are given the responsibility to promote the Indian millet in international market. We know that 2023 is being celebrated as International Millet Year. Okay, at very national international level. So for in that step, this APEDA is given the responsibility for promoting the Indian millets at the international market. So for this, they have taken the several steps, and what are they? So basically, they have launched e-catalogs. They have published e-catalogs for 30 major millet producing countries, importing countries, and 21 millet producing Indian states. Okay, they have published the catalog for them. Okay, and also students, they have come in the partnership with they have the knowledge partners, which is Indian Institute of Millet Research, then Center of Excellence on Millet, okay, University of Agriculture Science, Bangalore, then Yes Bank. Okay, they have come in the partnership with these institution, and a book titled as Superfood Millet, a USD 2 billion export opportunity of India. This was published by APEDA with the help of these three knowledge partners. Okay, so with the help of these three knowledge partners, APEDA has published this book. Okay, students, now this is very important. You must remember the name of this book, and also number of catalogs, okay, for 30 major importing countries. And also, student, millet specific portal was also released. See this portal, and what was this portal about? So basically, this portal contained the information about the millets, their health benefits, production and export statistic, and millet exporters. So basically, a portal was also designed for providing this information. ठीक है? So APEDA was given the responsibility for promotion of this for Indian millets at international market, and for that APEDA has taken these steps. What have they done? They have published e-catalogs. They have come in association with the knowledge partners, which are these institutes, and also released a book which is naming this, and also has released a millet specific portal. ठीक है? So student, this was the last news for this video. I hope you have liked and enjoyed this video. If you have, do let me know in the comment box. Thank you so much.